Good morning and welcome back to A Life Worth Living. I'm Frederick Groth and I believe that God has a plan and purpose for everyone, including you. And here is a message of hope and truth to show you a life worth living. So we are in Deuteronomy chapter 5 today, and this chapter is a great chapter. Why is that? Well, because it gives us reasons. A lot of people want reasons. Why? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? And sometimes reasons are good to have. It's good to have the knowledge of the why, the how, and the where, and the when. And this is one of those chapters that discuss the why. So, quick recap of this chapter, and that is Moses is going through some of the commandments of God again, and he reissues the 10 commandments, and this is the reason why, and it's explained in the chapter. The fact that the reason why we have these commandments, the reason why that God gave us the laws and the rules and the regulations, and the reason why God is asking us to do things a certain way. Number one, to keep our focus on God. Number two, they're meant to direct our relationships so that when we deal with people, our focus goes back to God. And that is the main reason why that we are asked to do these things according to Moses. It's a promise. The promise is a promise of life. A life of prosperity, a life of overcoming, a life of receiving the blessings of God. And the rules and regulations are that it may be well with us and that we will prolong our days in the promise. That is the reason why God gave those things to Israel and in extension to the rest of the world as well. What does that have to do with success? Well, very quickly this morning, we must define success. We must define our promise. We must understand, what does it mean to me to have success? Okay? And then, number one, we need to make ourselves a set of rules and regulations to guide us so that we stay focused on that set goal of success, the one we define for ourselves. And we need to define how we're going to deal with people so that it always returns us to that goal, that idea of success. See, rules and regulations are not meant to bind. They're not meant to enslave. Some people use them for that. Some people try to lord it over other people, but that's not what rules and regulations were meant for. Rules and regulations are meant to protect us. They're meant to guide us. They're meant to allow us freedom to become whatever we desire to become. And when we come alongside the rules and regulations and we apply them to our lives and we live according to them, then we can be on the fast track to success. See, we've got to learn that we don't need to have everything. But what is important to have and to do is what relates to our idea of success, our idea of having a life worth living. There's many things you don't need to have a life worth living. Decide what it is you want. Decide what it is you want to become. Decide what it is that success means to you. And disregard what will not benefit you. Maybe having television won't benefit you. Maybe having a big boy toy or a big girl toy is not going to benefit you having success. It has nothing to do with the success. Don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt you not to have it. So, in recap, understand rules and regulations are meant to focus us on God and our promise, our goal, our idea of success. So now it's time to get up and go and live a life worth living. God bless you.